When you work out, you are actually tearing your muscles on a microscopic level. But don't worry, because your body releases protein strands in order to repair the damage, leading for them to actually grow. And that's why
when you smoke a cigarette, the nicotine travels into your lungs and is absorbed into your bloodstream. But when you apply a nicotine patch, it actually releases nicotine through your skin, where it's absorbed into your bloodstream. It quickly travels to your brain, where it binds to nicotinic receptors, reducing cravings and withdrawal symptoms. After 24 hours, the patch runs out, and you just peel it off and add a new one.
if you get stabbed, don't panic, because this can save your life. The first step is to take a deep breath to slow your heart rate and minimize blood loss. Then, stabilize the knife to avoid more damage and carefully apply pressure around the wound with a cloth. And to increase your odds of survival, lay on your back and elevate your legs to slow the bleeding to your vital organs.
Bend the paperclip into a straight line, then create a small hook at one end. Carefully insert the hooked end into the keyhole of the handcuffs. Feel around inside for the locking mechanism. It's a small bar that holds the cuffs shut. Once you've located it, gently push the hook upwards to lift the locking bar. As you do this, apply pressure on the cuff by pulling outwards slightly. With the lock lifted and the tension applied, the cuff should spring open, freeing your wrist.
When you visit a website, you might think that your computer is connecting with satellites to load the page, but that's not how the internet works. It actually transfers data through thousands of underwater cables that surround the entire planet. These cables are as thick as garden hoses, and if you combined all of them, it would circle the Earth not once, not twice, but it would make the trip 117 times. And that's why. Have you ever wondered why Africans are so black? Well, it's actually due to the intense sunlight they faced thousands of years ago. But in order to protect themselves from harmful UV rays, their skin evolved to produce something called melanin, and more of it meant darker skin. The melanin also helped them cool down by blocking a portion of heat from absorbing into their skin, avoiding overheating.
If you light a cigarette near a gas station, you might think it could cause a huge explosion. But is this actually true? Well, for an explosion to occur, you would need the glowing tip to come in contact with gasoline vapors. Now, these vapors are highly flammable and often linger around fuel pumps. And if they mix with oxygen in the air in the right concentration, they could create an explosive mixture. If the cigarette ignites this mixture, it could trigger a flash fire. But the heat from a cigarette typically isn't sufficient to actually make this happen.
When you stop exercising, your muscles aren't put under the same level of stress and stimulation it's used to. This lack of use signals the body that the muscle tissue isn't needed as much, leading them to shrink. And that's why if you use shampoo, you might be going bald. This is because in most shampoos, there are harmful ingredients like sulfates that can disrupt your scalp health and damage your hair, leading to hair loss. To avoid this, you can switch to an all-natural shampoo like Based Body Works. Not only will it keep your hair healthy with its simple natural formula, but it will also nourish your hair through its premium ingredients like aloe and coconut.
If you die in a lake, your body will initially sink because it's denser than water. But as bacteria begins to decompose your tissues, they produce gases, and these gases accumulate and cause the body to bloat, making it buoyant. Eventually, the body will float to the surface due to this gas buildup. And if left undisturbed, the body will stay afloat until the gases escape, which may cause it to sink again.